How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon BDSP Wi-Fi battle, and today is the last time we're going to be using this Torterra team. If you want to battle me, then join the Discord server in the description, and please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. With that being said, let's find ourselves a game. Okay, we've found our opponent. They've got a pretty cool looking team. I see a Staraptor, Blastoise, Sceptile, Electivire, Gallade, and a Rotom Wash. It's nice, that is nice. I'm assuming the Blastoise will be Shell Smash, assuming the Staraptor will be Choice Band or Scarf. A Sceptile, maybe some Unburden stuff. It might be Swords Dance, Leaf Blade, it might be Leaf Storm, White Herb. Electivire, of course, is a strong physical, well, mixed attacker, if anything. Gallade's something to watch out because it hits pretty hard on the physical side, and Rotom Wash, we all know Rotom Wash, nothing much to say about that. So I'm going to go ahead and expect a Staraptor or a Rotom Wash lead, so they can Volt Switch / U-turn. More than likely the Staraptor since they have a ground type. In which case I don't really want to have to face one of those head on. So I'm going to lead with Raikou and go from there. And the battle begins. Apparently this battle will end in 0 seconds, which is hilarious. It leads with the Staraptor, which means we have led off with the correct choice. We just have to be a bit careful about going for Volt Switch, because I feel like the obvious switch in here is, of course, the Electivire. Intimidate doesn't work because of the inner focus. Hell yeah. Not that it really matters. I kind of want to just go for a Volt Switch. Then more than likely, if they're Scarf, they'll go for a U-turn. If they're not Scarf, they'll go ahead and hard switch out. And so I'm kind of thinking in my head, they're more than likely going to be Choice Banded. So they probably won't go for a U-turn right now. If they do, it's not a big deal. I'm just thinking whether I have something to switch in. You know what? Even if they do go into Electivire and get a Motor Drive, it's fine. We have a Registeel which we can switch in. So they are going to withdraw straight up. So they're obviously Choice Banded, and they're going to go into the Green Reaper, which is the Sceptile. Obviously wanting to play it safe. Just in case I switched up my moves or something, expecting the Electivire makes sense. So we get a free switch in on the Sceptile, which is great. So we can make this matchup as perfect as we want it to be. Personally, I'm feeling either Dragonite here or Mantine to get an Ice Beam off. I think Dragonite's better because it means we can just get some damage off on this thing. So let's go ahead and do that. Get straight into the Dragonite and go from there. I'm debating whether or not to go for a Dragon Dance, because the thing is, if we go for a Dragon Dance and they bring the Blastoise in, Blastoise can definitely take a Dragon Dance boosted Dragon Claw, because we don't have Outrage. It can definitely take a Dragon Claw, and it can just go for a Shell Smash, outspeed us, KO us with Ice Beam, etc. So I'm just going to go ahead and go straight for the Dragon Claw, anticipating either a switch, like they do, or a stay in and go for Dragon Pulse, but they haven't obviously done that. Brings in the Legend Blastoise, as I can go straight for a Dragon Claw. Boom. Goes 50%. Oh, it was a crit, that's why. 50% damage, so that was even with a crit. So, you know full damn well this Blastoise would have took a Dragon Dance boosted one. So, with the Blastoise in, we can wall it with Mantine, but there's not a lot we can do in return. So I guess we'll just use the Mantine as a, if push comes to shove type thing. Luckily, Blastoise doesn't have any recovery. I'm going to go ahead and go straight into Raikou, because I know I can definitely take a Surf or a Scald Shell Smash boosted. I wouldn't be able to take a Hydro Pump, but I never see them with Hydro Pump. They always have Surf or Scald. So we'll go into Raikou real quick. It's annoying to have to take damage on the Raikou so soon, but depends what they want to do. So they actually go, oh wow! What a read! He goes for the Earthquake, anticipating the Raikou switch in. Okay, alright, so that's the kind of person you are then. So there is the possibility that Electivire isn't actually Motor Drive, because Vital Spirit is a very, very good way of handling Pokemon like Breloom, who like to Spore. So I'm going to go for a Volt Switch again, and I think they'll probably switch out into the Electivire anyway, because it's resisted regardless. Thomas, which is the Electivire. Now we'll see whether it's Motor Drive or not. It is Motor Drive. Luckily though, I believe we can kind of handle this pretty well. We've got the Registeel, which is an option. We've got Torterra, if they don't know. No, Torterra is not, because it can have Flamethrower, Fire Punch, Ice Punch. I think Registeel is the way we handle this, so let's go ahead and do that. They'll more than likely go for an Earthquake or a Cross Chop, but Registeel should be able to take those, so we should be fine. So let's go ahead and go into Registeel real quick. Low Sweep. Not quite a low kick, but it still does solid damage, so can't sleep on that. Now I'm in this bit of a predicament. It's Life Orb as well. Okay, so now I think they're going to switch out, but I'm not sure what they're going to go into. Maybe the Blastoise? Either way, it's probably fine. So let's go for an Earthquake. Alright, they go for an Earthquake themselves. She's going to do a lot of damage to poor Registeel, but it's fine. Registeel wasn't really doing too much this game, I don't think. So, go for an Earthquake real quick. Should do a lot of damage to the Electivire. It does, which is great. So it's only got 2 more attacks in it with the Life Orb, which is always perfect. So what we can do is we can preserve Registeel for later, and we can just go ahead and switch into Dragonite and go ahead and go for an Extreme Speed to KO. So we'll go ahead and switch out now. Go into Dragonite real quick, and hopefully they didn't switch up the moves and go for Ice Punch, because that'd be awkward. Low Sweep. Did actually switch up his moves, but not quite enough to do... He broke my Multiscale, which is something, I suppose. So, there we go. We're probably going to scare this thing out. It's whether or not he thinks it's even worth keeping the Electivire alive. Extreme Speed is going to hurt something on his team. So let's go ahead and go for it. Let's go for the Extreme Speed. Stays in, takes the Extreme Speed to the face, and the Electivire is going to go down. So that's one thing out of the way. Now Raikou can freely Volt Switch at least, which is always nice. It's always nice to be able to do that. And they're going to go into Piece of S, which is the Rotom. You know what? That is the perfect nickname right there. So there's a couple things that could happen here. A Volt Switch, a Trick, or a Will-O-Wisp. The Will-O-Wisp or the Volt Switch. I say we go into Espeon and hope that they go for a Will-O-Wisp. I believe they will go for a Will-O-Wisp because obviously getting a burn off on Dragonite's really, really good. I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to go ahead and go into Espeon real quick. There they are. I love Espeon. It's such a cool Pokemon. As they do go for the Will-O-Wisp, and we're able to Magic Bounce it back, which is perfect. So we got the burn on the Rotom, a little bit of chip damage every turn. And also, thanks to the burn, we're going to be able to see whether this thing has leftovers or not. So are you a leftovers variant? No, you're not. So there is still the chance it's a bulky variant. Let's go for a Light Screen real quick. Light Screen seems fine. We should outspeed unless they're Scarfed. But if they're Scarfed, they're locked into Will-O-Wisp, so it's not a big deal. So we can either force a switch here, or we can take a Hydro Pump to the face with Light Screen. Alright, they're going to withdraw the Rotom, which tells me they are a Choice Scarfed variant. Or, you know, maybe not Choice Scarfed, might be Choice Banned. No, it won't be Choice Banned. Choice Specs, that's what I meant. So we got the Light Screen up, which is great. Unfortunately, though, it's not going to help us against a Staraptor. So what I'm thinking of doing here is just going into Registeel. Well, I'm not thinking of it. I am going to do that. Because I'm fully expecting either a U-turn or a Brave Bird right now. And if Brave Bird comes through, it'll KO us, which is fine. Goes for a U-turn, though. That actually might not KO us from here. No, it's not. There we go. So what we can do is... I'm just debating in my head what we can expect to face right now. If it's the Blastoise, then we could set up Stealth Rocks. I know Blastoise normally carries Rapid Spin, but I feel like it's going to be a Shell Smash variant. Comes into the Rotom again. Rotom can obviously finish us off and maybe even do something else, like, I don't know, he might decide to trick us to get his Choice Scarf rid of or something like that, but either way, we're not in the worst situation here. Let's go for a Stealth Rock just on the off chance they trick us. And that way we've got Stealth Rocks up, which would be helpful. There we go. Goes for a Shadow Ball. That's obviously going to KO us. Easy peasy. So bye. Oh, we lived! Oh, that's what you get for using an unstabbed special attack on a specially defensive monster like Registeel. Oh my lord, we lived that. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure Leftovers actually recovers all that back as well. Look at Registeel putting in the work right now. You know, looking at this situation, you know, the whole team except from Blastoise is pretty frail. So you never know. We might be able to pull this off and go for an explosion. That'd be really cool. If we can get the Stealth Rocks up and get an explosion off, that'd be great. We've just got to see if this Shadow Ball KOs. Which it does, which is a shame. But it's okay. Because now we get a free switch into whatever we like on this Rotom. So looking at the rest of his team, he's got Staraptor, Blastoise, Sceptile, and a Gallade along with a Rotom. So Shadow Ball is what he's locked into. I think we're in a pretty good position. We could go into Torterra and just go straight. You know what? Let's go to Torterra. Let's go to Torterra and go straight for a Woodhammer. I'm pretty convinced this thing's choiced. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a Woodhammer real quick. If it's not choice, then go to a Will-O-Wisp. That is a real shame, but the Rotom Wash is the main thing that Torterra was here to KO anyway. And Choice Band of Woodhammer should still KO. Yep, they're going to withdraw the Rotom. I knew they were choiced. I just knew it. And they go into Green Reaper the Sceptile. How well is you, after the Stealth Rocks and the prior damage already taken, how well are you going to take this Woodhammer to the face? I don't think you're going to take it very well. It KOs! I know Sceptile's frail, but come on, Torterra. Come on! So now we've got Gallade, Rotom Wash, Blastoise, and Staraptor. So now they're going to go into Brave KFC, the Staraptor. Staraptor, there's a couple things it could do here. It gets the Intimidate off, which means we pretty much have to switch out. I just don't know what into. I'm thinking the Espeon. Then again, there is the Mantine in the back, which we don't really want to have to worry about. Then again, there's always the chance that they're probably going to go for a U-turn, so we could go ahead and go for a Woodhammer again. And that'll hurt Blastoise, Gallade, or Rotom Wash pretty easily. I think it's obvious that I'm going to switch out, and they'll definitely go for a U-turn. Saying that, I don't really have a Pokemon that can switch in on a Brave Bird. I know it sounds really wild, but I think the play here is to let Torterra go down. There's the Brave Bird. It's going to do hella recoil damage to the Staraptor, but it means we can go into our Dragonite and go straight for an extreme speed. So I'm pretty confident in this situation we're in right now. So, Life Orb damage plus the recoil took it right into the red. Now all we need to do is go into our Dragonite, and we can just go for an extreme speed and take it out. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. In comes the big Dragonite. Go for the extreme speed real quick. And go from there. Alright, there we go. He's going to let the Staraptor go down. It took out a Torterra, so I suppose it's done its job. Pretty much. It doesn't outspeed any of our remaining Pokemon if it's banded, which I still can't tell if it's banded because the Brave Bird would have KO'd Torterra regardless of Choice Band or Choice Scarf. So I'm assuming Choice Banded because it won't be able to outspeed the Espeon, it won't be able to outspeed the Raikou, and it can't outspeed the Extreme Speed. There we go, the Legends coming in, the Blastoise. This is where things get scary and hairy. But I'm pretty sure a combination of Dragon Claw and Extreme Speed will take it out. However, I don't know whether that's what we want to go for. I think it is because Raikou's not at any health where it can take a Surf anymore. It'll definitely get KO'd from a Surf. Then again, we do have Light Screen up. We could go for a Dragon Dance right now. You know what? I'm pretty confident in going for a Dragon Dance. No, I'm not. I'm going for a Dragon Claw plus Extreme Speed. That'd be better. So we'll go for the Dragon Claw real quick. Get some damage off. Boom. Goes for a Rapid Spin. Interesting turn of play. Gets a speed boost. So I guess it's probably more of a bulky Blastoise, which is fine by me. Fine by me, I must say. So the Light Screen does wear off this turn, which is a shame. We're going to the Extreme Speed though. Extreme Speed should be able to finish it off. I don't want to risk an Ice Beam after it's got a speed boost. There we go. Go for Extreme Speed. Hopefully it KOs from here. There we go. Blastoise goes down. So long, farewell Blastoise. Now we've got to deal with the Gallade and the Rotom. Gallade can definitely come in and do a lot of damage to us. However, I don't think it's KOing us. The Rotom, of course, can come in and go for a Volt Switch or a Thunderbolt or whatever it wants to go for. Probably going to go ahead and go for a Will-O-Wisp. We do, however, have a Lumberry, so we could probably sponge that. They might go for a Shadow Ball expecting the Espeon as well. Just got to remember the Choice Scarf, so whatever happens, we can definitely Revenge Kill. Not Mantine. I think they're going to go for a Will-O-Wisp because it's Dragonite, and it's just took out, a couple of his Mons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Raikou real quick. I think Raikou's the optimal play here because Raikou can take a Volt Switch pretty easily, can probably take a Shadow Ball, and can definitely isn't bothered by a burn. So we're going to Raikou real quick. There we go, and they do go for a Volt Switch, so they're Volt Switching into the Gallade, which is fine by me because that's exactly what I'm going to do with my Raikou. I'm just going to go ahead and go for a Volt Switch. Now I need to keep in mind that Gallade could easily set up on us right now. Saijutsu. I like that nickname, that's pretty cool. It really depends on what kind of Gallade this is. It might be that this is the Choice Scarf Mon, or it might be Swords Dance. So I'm going to go for a Volt Switch anyway and get out of there. There we go. Go for a Volt Switch. We do outspeed, which is always a good sign. Luckily for my opponent, Gallade has got a fairly decent special defense stat. So he's able to tank that Volt Switch with half health left. This means that Dragonite might be able to KO with extreme speed. I'm not 100% confident on that, and I feel like I'm going to need Dragonite later for the Rotom. So what we could do here is we could go into our Espeon real quick. So let's go into Espeon. There we go. See what they do. They go for Drain Punch, so they're going to get some nutritious health back. And that does nearly half to Espeon, which is pretty mad damage considering it's resisted. I know Espeon's quite frail, but still, leave me alone. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and go for a Reflect. Do I need to go for a... I'll go for Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam will do a decent amount of damage. We do outspeed after all. If it doesn't KO, then I'm going to be surprised. There we go. Espeon pulling through again. Love it. So Gallade goes down, and now my opponent has a Rotom Whoosh in the back, which can probably just go ahead and go for a Shadow Ball and take us out. Looking at the rest of my team, probably won't want to block itself into Hydro Pump. It might even go for a Trick, just so that it's not locked in. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a Psychic on it and get some damage off. They do outspeed because they are... Ooh! We barely lived the Volt Switch and we're able to go for a Psychic, which probably won't KO. No, it won't. But one more turn of burn will. So, with that being said, let's make them lose all hope and go into... No, sorry, let's just end it. What am I doing? Goes for a Volt Switch. No, the battle's cancelled, they forfeit. They know they're going to lose. That makes sense to me. Hopefully you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you in a bit.